I love my life. I've had such a good time the last few days here in Aguascalientes, both in the state as well as in the city. And so really been a magical time. And so checked out, first of all, just kind of downtown Centro area, but then got out into a very small puebla called San Francisco de la Roma, which is known for some of the best carnitas, the best gorditas in the country of Mexico. And I'll tell you what, the piglet, the gorditas were absolutely amazing, literally the best I've ever had, and did some wine tasting at the oldest winery here in Aguascalientes. Matter of fact, this is one of 3 regions in the country of Mexico that produces wine. And then got a chance to visit a little pueblo magico. It is known as San Jose de Gracia. And so that is where the Cristo Roto, the broken Christ, is. And so it is amazing 86-meter sculpture of a Christ that sits out on an island in the middle of a lake with a very kind of dramatic, heart-wrenching story about that particular Christ and the inspiration for that sculpture. And so I'll be sharing that with you in this particular video. But stay tuned with Lucky and I. The adventure begins in Aguascalientes. Let's do it. Hey y'all, this is Steve and I help people live their best life. And so today we're checking out Aguascalientes. I am in the Centro Plaza, which I'll be showing you around here in just a moment. But Aguascalientes is not a place that's traveled a lot by us gringos. And so it means hot water, so known for the thermal pools and such. We're getting ready to go get some good street food, known for the gorditas here. If you don't know what a gordita is, it is kind of like a pita pocket, makes love to a tortilla and has offspring. And so then that's stuffed with meat. In this area, piglet is very, very, very popular. This is also one of the 3 wine regions of Mexico. And so we'll be doing some wine tasting, we'll be eating some good food. This is also one of the leading guava producing capitals in the world. I actually just had some guava juice a moment ago. Absolutely delicious. And so let's check out the city, let's check out Centro and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Peace. So we're kind of just outside of the Central Plaza. Just kind of seeing what's up. So I just met some people and they're actually from Zacatecas, which is where I'm going tomorrow. But they're eating the most delicious looking donuts I've ever seen. And so I am going on a donut search right now, but hopefully we'll find like some good gorditas, which is kind of what's known in this particular area. And so let's see what we can find. Let's see what kind of food. It's a little bit more mellow out here than I anticipated on a Sunday. But let's see what we can find. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into, or hopefully not get into. All right. I am outside of the city of Aguascalientes, still actually in the state, of course, in a little town called San Francisco de los Roma. And this is a very famous area for piglet, carnitas, gorditas. If you don't know what a gordita is, I'll show you here in just a second. But it's basically like a pocket tortilla where you can kind of pick whatever kind of meat you want to stuff in there. And so I've got one that's a cerdo, which is a pork type filling. It's a pork, baby pork in a red sauce, and then a carne molida, so a molida de res, so like a kind of a ground hamburger type thing in a sauce. And so we'll try them out, see how they are. I'll show you a bit around inside of here, and this is a super, super cool town, so check this out. So you can see is they make tortillas, but then there's a pocket that gets stuck. And so you can see those being cooked over there. So as I wait for my gorditas, I actually split my head open last night, so that was fun. But getting ready to eat, and I know you're wondering this. Does the drapes match the carpet? Yes, they do. Okay, so this is looking absolutely amazing. So this is a gordita. It's a pocket. You can see inside all the, that's pork, cerdo, in a salsa rojo in a red sauce. So let's try this bad boy out. Oh. That is honestly one of the best things I've ever eaten in a very, very long time. Absolutely delicious. Let's try this other one. This is a more of a kind of a ground beef type deal in there. I'm not sure what all. Definitely very good, but does not hold water to the pork and the red sauce. So these gorditas are absolutely amazing. We are in San Pancho. San Pancho is short for San Francisco de las Roma. Awesome little town right outside of Aguascalientes as far as the city. After this, join me for some wine tasting. So I am at Hacienda de Letras, which is the oldest winery in Aguascalientes. They produce by far the most wine in the region, but this place has been around since 1873. So producing wine a very, very long time. Salud, cheers, we'll see how it is. This is actually one of 5 I'm tasting. It's wine. I like wine. It's good. It's actually very, very sweet. It's a very sweet vino tinto. So anyway, wine tasting. Aguascalientes, the place to be. This is going to be home for the night. I am in a very small pueblo magico, a magic town called San Jose de Gracia. And so this, you can obviously see the lake behind me. I paid 35 pesos, so you know, $1.50 to camp here in my van for the night. I'm getting ready to go make some dinner. It's been a good day. In the morning, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this from here, but in the morning we are getting on a boat and we're going out to the large Cristo. There's a large Christ out on the island, and so we'll be taking a boat out there to check that out. So with that, guys, peace out for the day. I'll see you first thing in the morning as we jump on the boat. Good spot here on the lake. So it has been an amazing day. Ate some of the best gorditas I've ever eaten. That cerdo and the salsa de rojo was absolutely amazing. And wine tasting, lazy day the rest of the day. We're gonna get out on the boat in the morning, but gonna cook up some dinner now. Just got back from the carniceria. I don't have a lot of spices left. I kind of need to reboot, but I've got some ribs that I put a dry rub on. Some pork chops as well. Let's add a little more pizzazz in there. And let's see what happens. Beautiful view of the lake. I kind of stepped back off the lake. This is a nice little spot, already a table and some chairs here. Got some good shade. And so it's still not, sun still hasn't quite gone down, so I wanted to get out of the sun a bit. And we're gonna throw some ribs on this bad boy as well. And Lucky will love it because she's gonna have some bones to gnaw on later. So nothing too fancy tonight, pretty simple, but it should be some pretty good eating. I don't know if you can hear that snap, crackle, and pop. The garlic, and here's the little secret sauce in there. There we go. Well, I'll tell you, I hope they taste as good as they smell. I'm gonna grab these chops and let the ribs stay a little longer. Again, this is the pork capital of Mexico that I'm in. Got some garlic in there roasting. Maybe some chops, we got some ribs. We'll see how we did. So we are headed out to the Cristo Roto. So we're getting on a boat, going out to this island to see a 86-meter sculpture of the broken Christ, the Cristo Roto. And so what we are going to see is the Christ has one arm and one leg. And it's a pretty powerful story as to the motivation of this particular artist who did this sculpture. And so it really comes from the brokenness of the people in this particular area. And so many years ago, all the indigenous people that lived along this particular river, and now of course you can see that this is a very big lake, the government came in and dammed up this river, and so it flooded out all the homes of the people. And so this whole town was really built on loss and brokenness. All the people that had been displaced from their homes due to flooding that actually started this particular town. So that was kind of one half of the story. The other half of the story is much more folklore, but still really empowered the artist. And that is, there's a story that a priest found a crucifix, and this crucifix was broken, and he promised to get this crucifix repaired. And so in doing so, kind of an angel of the Lord spoke to him and said, don't even get it fixed, that there's going to be supernatural healing in this area, that this is an area of brokenness, and people are going to come from all over the world to really get restoration, to get healing. And so people now come, again, literally all over the world, all over Mexico, on these kind of religious pilgrimages, out to this particular island. And there's been reports of, out on this island of, dramatic, drastic physical healings of, families and relationships being restored. And so all kinds of various types of brokenness really being healed. Now, if you believe that or you don't believe that, if you agree with that or you don't agree with it, that's the story. That's what the people around here are telling me, and that's of course what I'm reading as I'm doing some research and such, that this has become a place of very much of a religious pilgrimage, and there's been tremendous things take place. And so that's what has really inspired this particular sculpture of the Cristo Roto, the broken Christ. All right, so now we're on land, up the stairs. Let's see what happens. Right, so that is the Cristo Roto in San Jose de Gracias. Cool little town, little pueblo magico, a magical town. Nice little boat ride out here first thing in the morning. And with that, much love, peace, namaste. Have a great day. I'm wrapping the video here.